Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel Bhhavya Astro. For all those who are new to the channel, do subscribe to it so that you're posted with all that we are recording. Moving on to the master's course, which I had announced the previous week. This is a video which I have done in which I'm covering all the topics in depth. I'll start with the numerology, after which I will go to astrology. Now, starting with numerology, we're doing it with two levels. We've got basic and we've got an advanced level. Now, the basic level would cover as in what is numerology, what are the different theories in numerology, what are root numbers 1 to 9, compound numbers 11 onwards, what are master numbers such as 11, 22, 33, birth numbers and their qualities, destiny numbers and their qualities, name number vibration, setting an auspicious name vibration, how to choose your mobile number, your car number, your house number, bank account number, PIN number, selection of a city, and how to go ahead and register your name legally. After which, in the advanced level, we've got baby names, we've got selecting the right alphabet for the baby, just not as per the Janma Nakshatra, considering many other factors in numerology. Setting a baby name on the right number which will match their parents as well as their siblings. A company name, whether it's in proprietorship, whether it's in partnership, whether it's private limited, whether it's LLP, depending upon the different categories and registration. Designing visiting cards as per Feng Shui. KUA numbers of an individual, which is required for logo designing. Now, as I've always been telling you, numerology alone cannot give you that perfect name, that perfect vibration, until and unless you go ahead and check the astro chart to check the dignity of planets. There is where astrology comes in part. So what we've done, we've also kept astrology the level 1 in this course, so that if you do the astrology level 1 and you know how to grade your planets, you will be able to set the name on the right vibration. So you can do your astrology course in this as well. So when we are doing names, instead of doing the name corrections first, learning all the basics of numerology, we can go ahead and finish with the astro content first, and then we'll move on to the name corrections. In astrology, just give me a second. Now, in astrology is a lengthy subject. However, we are trying our level best for you to understand this specific subject and analyze a chart accordingly. In astrology, we would cover planets and their attributes, how to cast an horoscope, how to understand the houses, the different bhavas, understanding the Dushtana houses, the Antardashas, the Dashas, the Pratyantar Dashas, the elements of every zodiac and their nature. This would be covered in part 1. Part 2 would cover the aspects of planets, major yogas, Ashtak Varga, Karakas, usage of every house, Vyaya Bhava of every house. Part 3 would be the Krishnamurti Paddhati, the KP, because until and unless you will know this, you will not be able to make precise and perfect predictions, which is very important. KP astrology, or else a Krishnamurti Paddhati, in which you will be understanding the KP chart, the cuspal analysis, business as per work of the house, whichever is activated in every dasha, Nadi Nakshatra. That's part 3. Then we have part 4 would cover the remedial measures, types of remedies, gemstone theory and analyzing which gemstone will be better for you or else best for you as per the current dasha going on or else as per your standard chart, the birth chart. Planets and foods connected to it. Planets, career, profession and business. This is your part 4. Part 5 would cover planetary retrogrades, transits, exaltation, debilitation, mahuratas, knowing the panchang, moon transits for daily predictions, sun, Mercury, Venus for monthly predictions, Jupiter for the next 13 months, 12 to 13 months, Rahu Ketu for 1.5 years and Saturn for 2.5 years. Part 6 would be covering your past life so that you know where exactly you have your karma storage. So that's your past life, as well as a blank chart prediction. How exactly do you do a blank chart prediction? After which, we would go ahead and conclude with an intuitive course. Now, all about the intuitive course is that until and unless you have your channels opened, you will not be able to get the divine knowledge. Just learning from books or else learning from somebody does not mean that you will be able to understand things clearly until and unless you meditate, until and unless you have an understanding. It is not about siddhis, it is about understanding yourself, understanding your soul purpose. In the intuitive level, this course will be based on practice. Alignment of Ketu on your chart matters a lot for intuition. Alignment of the moon, which is the mind on a chart, plays a very important role. The level 1 would be the basic level, which will cover your aura, your chakras, aligning the chakras, aligning the aura, 7 chakras, attribute of the 7 chakras, the Bij mantras of the 7 chakras, and cleansing of the aura. Part 2 will work with crystals, we'll work with dowsing, knowing about all the imbalances, the colors of the chakras, the food, the crystals for the chakras, the oils, the aromas for the chakras, major crystals, Bij mantras and crystals, how to go ahead and lay them. Part 3 would be the magical switch words. I am not here to give you just a video on a single switch word, ask you to work magic with it. It doesn't, because I'm not working on magic, I'm working on a miracle. Until and unless you know yourself, you'll not be able to see the miracle within you happening. And you'd be running behind just finding what's the magic, what's going to happen using switch words. Part 4 is a master class in which I would be conducting sessions on the angelic realm with you, making you understand what are the angels, what are the ascended masters, how to differentiate between them, what are the 4 major angels, angel for kids, what is the hierarchy of angels, which angel is used for what, when to invoke, when not, who to invoke, how to invoke. Knowing the fact that this is no magic, it's something which is within you. Intuition and answering questions once you open a chart, once a client comes and meets you in person. Then angels and the colors, how to invoke which angel for what, for education which angel should be invoked, for travel which angel should it be invoked, for financial abundance what should be invoked, for balancing your root chakra which angel should be invoked, attunements which are required for angel therapy. In the master level, we'll be working on attunement to Midasta. I have a very common thing which comes up in every course, I would say, that people go through each and everything, but at the end of the day, they say, ma'am, we're not getting the money coming in, we're not making out of this much. After which, we introduced the attunement to Midasta for the only fact, whatever you're learning, if you want to grow in this, your root chakra has to be cleansed. Your channels have to be opened to energies which are allowing financial abundance to come in. Midas star is a powerful Reiki symbol which will be used to remove and eradicate all blockages in terms of finances, in terms of abundance, in every form. Once you cover the intuitive level after astrology, we will connect with your guides, or else I will personally get in touch with my masters, my guru, and ask them for which is the Diksha process which is required to be followed by you for your spiritual growth. Once my guru tells me what is the Diksha required, say for example, you're going through a fear of protection. You have a major fear, but there is somebody doing something to you, so you will need Baglamukhi. It's not just you see a mantra somewhere, you start chanting it and you get miracles. No, you need to be attuned by your guru, which is following that parampara, that lineage, who can give you the secret mantra, the secret codes, which you can invoke on a daily basis. Say you're having problems with finances, you need to invoke the energies of Kuber, you need to invoke the energies of Lakshmi. There are different Diksha processes which are followed depending upon your understanding and your opening to what you require in life. Once we pick up what are your weaknesses, your strengths, then is when I would advise you to go ahead with that. Apart from doing all these courses, you would be getting a complete support from us. Almost 50 case studies, a lifetime partnership program, individual visits, personal understanding. You can always come down and meet me. Now, when we're talking about Vastu, just give me a second. Part 1. Vastu. Okay. Talking about Vastu, why I have kept it in the end, because you'll see a lot of courses happening, $9.99, $1.99. With due respect to all the people who are taking that, I don't intend to do anything in a way where tomorrow you would get confused and stuck, and you'll not know how to go ahead and analyze a house or as a property or whatever comes to you the right way. Now for Vastu, we'll make it very, very clear. We'll start with the basics. The Vastu Purush Mandala, using the Vastu Chakra, marking the center, marking the directions, taking the facing degree, the 5 elements, the 3 cycles, the enhancing, controlling and destructive, the 16 zones, the attributes, the 32 entrances, balancing and enhancing a zone, treating, extensions and cuts, toilet treatments, using of colors, tapes, metal strips, etc. Though it's the advanced, we'll be covering it in the basic level 1. Part 2, knowing the problem and analyzing the zone, very important. As we understand, in a building we've got different levels. Everyone's staying on a different level, has a different approach towards life, a different problem, a different area of interest. So yes, the east, which is good for somebody, will definitely not be good for the other person. Here is where the advanced Astro Vastu part comes in role. Why I kept the astrology part first? Because what's happening today, people are teaching Vastu, they're teaching dowsing, they're teaching spiritual awakening, which is not possible over the night. They're teaching Devta energy field, cutting, reading, drilling, all the possible things are taught, balancing. But astrology is not taught, it is kept for the advance. Which advance? Until and unless you know a person's problem on the chart, the dasha, the antardasha, whether that person is going to get something, it makes no sense to go ahead and just blindly activating devtas or else. So very important. Now to know this, it's very important, astrology. That's the reason why we kept astrology first. Knowing the problem, analyzing the zone, rectifying and balancing. Not required to treat the entire house at times, pertaining as per the problem. Treating the problematic zones first, understanding the remedies by using household articles. Not jumping to 3D remedies, or else you can always use wheat, rice, sugar as remedies. Using body mapping in case of large families and joint families. At times what's good for me, what could be activated for me could be a 6th house for your child, which is for health and diseases. If I activate the 11th house of gains, for me it could be the 8th house of sudden issues. It could be the 12th house of somebody else for loss. So we'll be teaching you that. Joint and family analysis, treating aspects, applying remedies using the Mahadasha, Antardasha period, only seeing what exactly is active for the person. If a person wants to go for retail, but retail is not active, he's got a 1-8 combination active, 1-8 combination is giving specific directions. Ask the person what exactly the person's problem is, activate those zones as per the required need. Dowsing, very important. Why dowsing now? Only after the intuitive course, because yes, you need to have your channels opened. Devta field mapping, the 45 devtas, food for each devta, using devta divs, studs, springs for each devta. A complete analysis of Vastu, so that you know every chart is not alike. So today if I have a Taurus ascendant and if I have a Libra ascendant, yes, the directions for me, east would be my 11th house direction, but yes, for that person east may also activate his 12th house direction or else a 4th house direction. It depends upon where exactly the ascendant is and which are the houses getting affected or else afflicted. As per that, we go ahead and finish off with the Vastu. I'm finishing off with the practical approach in this course, even a very personalized touch, something very important. We're taking a 1-to-1 course for somewhere around just 5 to 6 students on a weekly basis. So this can be a 1-to-1 course, this can be a group, we are open for all, and we are also having a personal mentor training program in which we are taking classes for 4 students wherever you're located. You can get onto the website, that's bhhavya.com. We have all the charges listed. So for students in India and for students out of India, we do have faculty who will be taking care of the classes. We do have training programs wherein which could be organized in any part of India, Singapore, London. All you need to do, go through the course content. We have all the course content on the website. And knowing that it's a master course covering the practical as well as the spiritual approach, above all the Diksha process, which will be done by a guru. It will not be done by me. The Diksha will not be done by me. As per whatever is your requirement and your understanding. This is a complete course which will allow you to understand how to become a professional, how to become a master, so that if you open a chart, it's not that you just stuck with numerology or astrology. You should know, okay, fine, he's a 6th bound house, Venus placed on the chart, fine, if Venus is placed well. How is the southeast direction? How is the southwest? How is the northwest? If a person is an 8 born, you just don't say it's a bad number or else it's a negative number. 8 is denoted by Saturn. Saturn governs the west direction for praptiya. It'll be good for some, it'll be difficult for some. So what you need to do, you need to know your chart, your date of birth, your analysis. And once you know that you are going ahead and understanding things the spiritual way, you automatically would understand where exactly are the loopholes which you need to correct. So it's a complete master course. I hope you like the video. Do join us, do subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and keep us updated with whatever are your issues so that we can help you out. Do join the course. I look forward to teach you all and help you in this spiritual journey, not just learning numerology, vastu, astrology, but understanding your true self. My motto is not to just teach you in hundreds and 200s and 500s and throw you in the market. My motto is to teach few, but the ones who understand things well. My motto is to teach the right thing the right way. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.